Which episode is this for?
This is for... hello and welcome to the Billowing Hilltop podcast. I'm here with Paul and we're trying to work out which episode this is for.
Good day, good evening, good morning, depending on what time you listen.
It is the... Oh, should I find out when it is?
Well, I don't even know what episode we're talking about, so it could be Christmas.
No, well, give me a moment. I'm good. This is episode... Oh, yeah, I'm trying to. This is episode 57.
57, so...
And episode 57...
Goes out.
Is going out soon. Shit. Hold up. Is it 57?
I don't even know where we are now.
Episode 57, which is going out on the 23rd of September. Happy 23rd of September, everyone.
Happy 23rd of September. And happy Christmas. I'm just getting it in there, just in case.
No, well, we're going to be recording our Christmas special next time, Paul. I've got plans.
So do I.
Yeah. Well, no, but your plans are going to be... Anyway, we haven't got anything to talk about.
No.
We're just sitting around in the command pod. We've obviously travelled from the future, which is why we don't know what episode we're talking about, what day we're talking about. I can tell you, Paul, that this, I think, is an episode in the Mind Flayer's, like, his proper lair.
Oh, that one.
With the giant brain and all of that stuff. That's where we are.
It's
and
so
the
good.
The
octo-bomb.
The goldfish. Yeah, all of that. So that's
some of our finest hours, I think. I really enjoyed that part.
Okay, let's not get too self-congratulatory. Anyway, and it was Graham's idea. Anyway, that's it. We don't have anything else.
No.
We would love it if you could go into your podcast app, Apple Podcast or whatever it is that you use, and give us a rating, because if you do, it helps us get listed. Leave a review.
Good one, not a bad one.
Yeah, don't leave a bad review. That would be really nasty of you.
Send us an email
to hello@billowinghilltop.com. And Paul, what will you do with it?
I will open that email. I will print it out. I will fold it up into some origami shape, and then I will set fire to it without reading it.
What better motivation could you possibly ask than that? And we are at Billowing Hillto on Twitter, which is where we're most active, or you can find us on Facebook where we post updates and stuff. And that is it. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you, Mike.
Let's push on with episode 57 of the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Oh, hang on a second. It's not episode 57. It's episode 58. It's episode 58.
You've done that
which
thing,
means it's
you?
not out on the 23rd.
I told you about the lack of preparation.
It's out on the 30th of September. Happy 30th of September, everybody.
Happy Christmas.
No, we've missed Christmas by a week now. Anyway, whatever. And let us push on with episode 58.
You sure?
Of the Billowing Hilltop podcast. Almost certain. Illithid Affairs.
Lovely. Nice name. Happy Christmas.
Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
How's everybody? Oh, very good. Thanks.
Fabulous.
Trepidatious.
Trepidatious. Oh, well, you should be, yes. Let's play some D&D.
Why not?
Should we have a recap, or shall I do the recap? It'd be quicker. Or I could roll. What do you want? What would you prefer?
You do the recap.
It'll be slower but more accurate.
It'll be more wordy.
It will be more wordy. You're in an underground lair of what you think is a mind flayer who you think was behind an attempt to kill you as you entered the city of Evenstar. And you've worked your way through some natural caverns and fought some odd creatures that you think might be connected in some way with those that wait, or the creatures that live in the trackless jungle wastes at the base of the barrier cliffs that Evenstar sits and looks over. You went through a set of intricately carved double doors marked with a tentacular symbol, the symbol of this mind flayer, you think, and into a series of chambers, circular chambers that seem to run around in an orbit of their own around some sort of central hub. You have fought some odd octopoid guardians. You fought one very large octopoid guardian, and Sessions turned it into a goldfish, which you're carrying around in a bottle, and you're a little bit worried about what will happen when it stops being a goldfish. And you've opened up some kind of museum chamber ringed with display cases, and in the center of which is this giant, rather menacing-looking statue of some horrible, clawed, taloned, beaked creature.
Demon.
You got a bit nervous about that chamber, and you decided that before you did anything else, you wanted to sort of check behind you. So there was another door that you'd left, and Alessandra has very gingerly opened it to reveal a corridor leading off to a balcony that leads off into what seems like a very large chamber, probably the center of this whole thing. In between Alessandra and this balcony, there's a pool in a chamber halfway along, glowing with a blue radiance. And as Alessandra peered down at this balcony, a tentacle appeared around the opening to this balcony, and the baleful yellow eye of one of these octopoid guardian creatures And that is where we left things, and we should pick things up, I think, with an initiative roll, unless you want to have a quick discussion, about where you are and what you're doing and whatever.
We could shut the door.
Well, depends if it's...
Shut that door.
Doors aren't difficult to open, that's the problem.
Stop it looking at us.
That's true.
Yeah, you've got enough time to... it's not... Yeah.
This balcony, I don't really get what's beyond the balcony. How far can we see?
Let me mark out what you can see.
I think you said 70 foot, didn't you, the other side?
Yeah, you think that you can see a far wall that's curved, so Alessandra's sense was that perhaps she was looking at the far side of a large circular chamber.
No signs of a floor.
No, there was no... And there's no indication about how high up you are.
That's kind of what I was after.
You there could be hundreds of feet below the balcony, or it could be something that you could just hop over and drop down 5 feet. You just got no way of knowing.
I'm just suspecting tricks. If this is a mind flayer, it's going to mess with us.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly.
I don't think I've ever fought a mind flare.
No, I've sort of encountered them, but not fought them.
I'm not going to say 43 years of D&D, but
43 years of D&D.
Well, I am. It's 43 years of D&D, no mind flare.
Brain sucking out, it's all good stuff.
I don't know if that's helpful, but I've given you a bit of the far wall of that large chamber, so you don't know what's above or behind or whatever. But
that's a very large area. Okay.
Are you going to close the door? What do you want to do?
I think closing the door is a great idea.
Okay.
So I'm going to close the door.
We won't have initiative in that case. But what do you want to do next?
I'm going to... Which way does the door
Check
open,
the other doors.
by the way?
It opened towards
The door opens towards you.
Yeah, but is it a left-handed or right-handed hinge?
The hinge is on your right.
Hinge on the right, okay. So...
Go and check the northern doors.
The doors on the other side of the museum chamber,
Okay.
they are similarly ornate to the doors that led you into this chamber. They're carved of wood or ivory or some high-status material, and they're decorated with an elaborate gold filigree design inlaid into the surface, and they've got scrolled, elaborately carved handles.
Oh, we're about to open up a second front.
Perhaps pit on this other door.
Well, that's just going to attract attention, isn't it?
Can we put the tank behind it, or as a barricade?
There are desks and stuff in that chamber as well. You don't know how effective it would be, but you've got the material that you might need to...
It was a 5-foot passageway, wasn't it? So that creature, if it were to come down there, would be squeezed coming down that passageway.
Alessandra, give me a perception check. No, it's an intelligence check. I'm sorry, an intelligence check.
Oh.
Doesn't matter. It's a massive great number.
24.
It was a regular-sized octopoid. It wasn't the same giant scale as the one that that emerged from the tank.
Okay.
There's no sound of anything moving on the other side of the door now that you've closed it.
Might not have noticed you. Did it look like it noticed, Paul?
I think you did say on the balance of things that it looked like it had responded to the disturbance or whatever, and that it levelled its baleful eye at Paul just before Paul closed the door.
Alessandra closed the door.
Sorry.
And the baleful eye was the slowing effect, wasn't it?
Is Paul
Yes.
not real? Okay.
So
Sometimes I wish I wasn't.
no element of surprise anymore then?
There never was.
Do you think that ship may have sailed quite a while ago?
Yeah.
You may not remember from last week, but to get into this complex at all, you had to
Bash the door down.
crash
Yes.
through some barred double doors. You must have made an enormous amount of noise doing that.
And we triggered the glyph of warding.
Yeah, before that.
Yeah.
And you know that there are some of these strange creatures
Yeah.
ahead of you because you've tracked them past the doors that you've broken through. And then you set fire to the underside of this tank and made this giant octopus emerge.
Paul, you might as well do the same with these double doors at the end. Open them a bit, have a look through, see where we
Interesting
are.
that they're not interested in popping out and having a go.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they're waiting for us to come to them.
Maybe.
On the old adage that we reduced the number of guns.
The old adage.
The old adage
The
that we
old
reduced the number of
adage.
guns.
The old adage.
The old adage, the old
adage.
saying, reduce the number of guns. We should deal with this minor version of the octopoid first, before...
So the entrance of a big chamber, it's probably a big fight, isn't it?
Well, we can let it come to us and we can choose our ground. And
I can't get the
perhaps-
magic out my head. Sorry, but this room's stuffed full of magic. I don't know.
Yeah.
Not really interested in anything else.
It's brilliantly placed there. The moment Mike started reading everything off, I was just thinking, oh, they're just going to obsess over this. Just going to obsess. If we can deal with this little one, then, and if that chamber is huge and deep, we can drop the octo-bomb over and it can suffer
No,
a
it'll
lot
just
of
be
that-
amongst
that-
friends, though, won't it?
but it will
Yeah,
suffer
but it might
falling
die
damage.
in a drop.
Yeah.
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 No, you want it to die before you drop it, don't you?
Yeah.
So actually the big form takes the falling damage.
Yeah, but it doesn't it take... Oh, maybe not.
No,
No.
it doesn't. It carries over.
Yeah.
We want it to fight this statue. That's what we want it.
This goldfish has got like 1 hit point.
You know, the statue's going to attack anything that it thinks.
Well, you throw
is-
it and just remove the concentration. Stop concentrating.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
it turns back into a
Just
Hey.
get your
Okay.
mage hand, grab the griffin.
Well, you did some damage on it when you
statue
fought it
animates,
briefly.
Graham starts concentrating.
Uncle Buggy.
Well, why don't you
Thumped it
try
with
that
his
door
axe.
that you're at? Alessandra opens that door and we'll see what happens that way.
Yeah.
So, Alessandra, you've gone through to the other side of this museum chamber, and okay.
Unless anybody objects, I'm
Yeah.
going to very gently, sneakily, might
Doors
add,
open away from you. Yep.
push one of the doors open a crack. I'm going to roll my stealth check.
Yep.
Natural
very
20
nice.
for 29.
Okay, so you are as silent as mist as you gently push the door open. Now, can you give me very clear instructions about how wide you're opening this door?
Is it a double door or a single door?
Double door.
So if I open both of them just a crack, I can see straight
Yes, you
ahead.
could see you'd have a little vertical sliver.
That's what I want to do.
What you can see is a curved passageway that slopes down away from you at quite an incline.
Okay, so the assumption is this is going down into the chamber.
The most that you can see with your dark vision and whatever ambient light is there is about 40 or 50 feet. It seems to follow this general circle that you've been tracking with all of your exploration so far.
Okay,
From the end of the passageway, as you look down that slope, it's quite a vertiginous slope. It's more of a ramp than a slope. It's probably a 50-foot drop between you at the doors and the extent of the corridor that you can see. It's almost a 45-degree angle.
okay, I'm gonna, unless anybody objects, I'm gonna slip, while I've got the good stealth going, I'm gonna slip through the doors
Mm-hmm.
and I'm gonna hug the left-hand side of the wall, as it were.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna hug the left-hand side of the wall so I've got the
Yep.
maximum vision possible, and again, moving half speed, maximum stealthing.
Mm-hmm.
Are there any shadows I can hide in?
It's all in shadow. You're relying on your dark vision to be able to see anything.
Okay.
Is it so steep that if he moves down, he's going to have difficulty coming back up again?
You would thought that going down, you need to be careful as you descend.
Hmm.
Going back up, you'd have thought that would be difficult ground.
Half moves on the way up. Alright, I'm gonna go really carefully though.
Yeah, okay. Till you can see a bit more.
Yeah.
What you can see when you get that far down the passageway, you can see how it's opening up. You maybe have gone far enough around to actually have sight of perhaps what you thought you could see past the balcony,
Mm-hmm.
right back up where you were before.
Yeah.
You feel you're looking into the same chamber, and there is a weird green radiance coming from somewhere deeper in this chamber. Let's pick up with Sessions, Parker, Burple, and Uncle Buggy. What would they like to do while Alessandra's been doing that? Drop a spanner, set fire to something,
Bit on the door shut behind him.
Yeah.
What
What are we thinking?
I think we should fight that other little thing. Gain control of the parapet, the balcony.
you think?
Yeah, then we can enact
Yeah.
the plan to chuck the big thing off the edge.
Okay.
How far down is it? It's not that far, is it?
We don't know.
Well, you think you can infer that it must be a fair way down because the slope that Alessandra is walking down is at least 50 feet.
Hmm.
If it was 50 feet and you did the quick math in your head, 35 feet, 40 feet, something like that.
Yeah, okay.
The only slight apprehensiveness I have is going in and fighting that creature. There's the pool in the middle, and if there's something sort of scaly in there, then I'm wondering whether that might trigger something, or something else might crawl out of that pool while we try and go and attack one single creature.
Well, we don't really
Yeah.
know that it's one single creature, do we? We just saw
No.
one single creature. Just
Yeah, I think we
saying.
just start a fight and see what happens.
Oh, the traditional approach.
If we stay at the top, we're in a sort of closer to the exit kind of position.
Yeah.
I'm happy to barrel into that corridor and lay
See
into
what happens.
that other creature.
Let's do
Where
it.
should I leave the jar with the goldfish?
In your belt.
I don't think that's a good idea.
By the door.
On the other side of the door.
You just put an X on the map where you want to
Yeah.
put it.
Fools rush in.
Mhm. Yeah, go on.
Like you said, start a fight.
Yeah, do it.
You up for that, Uncle Buggy?
Well, I just think we should have focused on the magic room, but I'm happy to maybe follow Alessandra around?
You want to go that way?
I think the idea is to deal with the little octopod first,
Oh,
and then we know that at least we've got one thing less to deal with.
Maybe Alessandra should have a peer into that room from the back and check there aren't like 50 of them.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that and then come back.
You know, if you were sort of here, you'd probably be able to see.
Yeah, 'tis the plan.
I'll stay there as
You
backup.
do that, and then I'll do a Begbie in the into the
Okay,
room.
so what's the deal?
The deal is Alessandra's going to continue until she reaches the corner of the passageway she's on, so she can take a properly good look into the chamber. And then it's
Yes.
going to come back up the slope if nothing else happens. And then we're going to deal with the smaller octopod.
First things first, Alessandra, you creep up to the junction point where you feel that this curved passageway opens up into something more.
Yep.
Let me describe what you can see. There's a grand chamber. The chamber itself, you think, must be 80 foot high. Opposite the entry point that you're at, there is a tall octagonal column of jet black stone glowing with green symbols that are running up one of its faces. Just gonna reveal some stuff. Singing my chamber song. Oh. In front of this column, there's a pool of placid green liquid. The symbols on the column and the pool itself are the sources of this pale green light. You can see, Alessandra, the balcony, that very balcony that you were dealing with to your right. And you can see on the wall next to the balcony one of these octopoid creatures. It looks like it's probably the one that swoobled round and had a look at you before, and now it seems to have ducked back and is clinging to the wall to the side of the balcony. Can you give me a perception check?
Rolling a 20.
You can make out in the dimness another one.
Okay.
On your left, again high up, maybe 20 or 30 feet up the wall. The balcony's about 35 feet above you.
Okay.
But I need to tell you about something else. Because floating above the pool, there is a humanoid form. It's got strange, rubbery, purple flesh, and it is dressed in black robes. And it's wielding a staff of red-hot metal. Its head is hairless and it's bulbous, and it's got 4 long tentacles where its mouth should be. Inside your head,
The
Alessandra,
Mind Flayer.
as you glance into this chamber, you hear a voice say,
You dare enter my sanctum, you fool! I shall finish what Telarkin could not. Your weak minds will be a sumptuous feast, and your terror a pleasing garnish.
let's roll for
Oh, God.
initiative.
Oh, no. Bloody hell. I really like Alessandra. Thank God, she gets an 18.
God. Parker.
Sessions gets 15.
Burple,
11.
Parker,
Oh, got a 4.
and Uncle Buggy.
12.
Let's just light up the board and start with Alessandra on 18. What would you like to do? This thing has just spoken into your mind with scary words.
I'm going to take the cunning action to disengage.
Well, there's nothing.
No, I'm going to move away as quickly as I can.
Okay, well, it's
Take the
difficult
dash
ground.
action.
I can
So
do
you're
a move.
taking a move action and a cunning action to dash, and your actual action to dash.
Yes,
And what's your move speed?
30.
So you can move 45, which takes you comfortably into the museum chamber.
Yeah.
Sessions on 15.
Um,
You just hear the sound of Alessandra running towards you, and
Yee.
She appears to be running away.
He appears to be running away.
She's going free action to going, mind flare. Shit.
I'm just wondering why you're so surprised.
And your terror a pleasing garnish.
love it.
Time to leave.
That's Mike. That's Mike at dinner.
Okay, peoples, we're out of here.
I am going to move and reposition myself from the bottom step on the current set of steps. I'm on to the bottom step on the other set of steps.
You're basically running back
I
to
know
where you
I'm
came from.
repositioning myself to there.
You're repositioning. Okay.
That's the same kind of repositioning that
The door
Grimbold
to the room with
did.
the pool and the balcony you left closed. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Uncle Buggy on 12. Things may have happened just then, but
Yeah.
you can't see anything.
Not sure what to do here.
Well, you're a frontline fighter. You just run up and hit it.
That's
what frontline fighters do.
floating. It's floating in space.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are we going to fight it? Or are we running away?
Yes. Well, why else are we here?
Because we're here to get some magic in that room we should have gone in.
Yeah, and you think
Instead
you
of-
just sort of...
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to run up, grab the griffin. I don't know what to do. If I follow my, is it nephew?
Yep.
I'll be accused of running away.
Well, Sessions is doing what Grimbold did in the cairn. When we first entered the cairn,
Tactical
Grimbold
repositioning.
repositioned himself towards the rear, heading towards the exit.
Yeah, I think it's the trouble is there's the brain the other way, isn't there? That's not very nice.
There is the brain.
Brain on the
Don't
way
you
out.
don't you have the trident of not having to get close to enemies?
All right, look, if we're going to fight this thing, I'll move up.
We're going to
Right,
fight
this
it.
thing.
I'm moving up to the pool. Can I see this thing from
No,
there?
the thing was not floating high enough.
Okay, anything in the pool?
Have you've got no dark vision, right?
I've got a light spell.
Anything in the pool? It's just a pool of perfectly calm, well, mostly calm water glowing with a faint blue light.
Faint blue
Nothing
light.
inside?
There's nothing in the pool that you can see. No, you can see the balcony, and then you can see darkness beyond it. Your light spell is just is lighting up an open space.
Okay, I'll sort of cover it up a bit so it's just providing a little bit of dim light just for me to see rather than lighting
Yes, I
me up
understand.
like a Christmas tree. Okay,
Yeah.
that's my go.
Very small Christmas tree. Purple Hepish on 11.
Purple Herpish will move to behind Parker and will do detect magic on the pool.
The pool is definitely magical. It's got a strong divination aura.
Divination aura.
We're talking about this pool in the middle room.
The top pool, yeah. The top pool.
The pool in the room before
circular
the
pool.
balcony.
Yeah,
Yeah.
circular pool.
What's divination going to do? What's that?
Well, he'll probably use it for scrying, I would have thought.
Could do, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Parker on 4.
What I'm considering doing, Sessions, what do you think about this, is if I basically run in up to where the same level as Bugraft is, next to this pool, then I should be able to lob the goldfish into the larger chamber.
No, but
And the idea would be, rather than lobbing it down, lob it upwards, and at the point at which it reaches the zenith, you stop concentrating, and then it will fall, I would guess, at least 60 feet if this chamber is 80 feet.
so let's say it falls 60 feet. First
Yeah.
10 feet is free, so that's 5d6.
First 10 feet
5d6
is free as a
damage.
myth.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so it's
it
not.
takes
So
66
66.
damage.
So that's 15 points of damage. Maybe a bit more. Sorry. Yeah, a bit more.
Well,
So you don't
21.
you don't think it's worth it?
I think
I
it's
think it
better as a
puts it
fish
quite a long
rather
way
than as
away
a-
from us.
Yeah. Right. The other option
Well,
is
it
I
ties,
can go in
it
and
ties
I can,
Graham up in terms of the
yeah.
concentration.
Other option is I can go up and I can attack the.
Tonight's beer, by the way, is Bandit by the Gypsy Hill Brewery. Not bad, Paul. Not bad.
Not bad.
Anyway,
Excellent.
yeah. Sorry to interrupt, Lucas, but
It's all right.
The trouble is, it stopped Graham doing concentration spells, won't it?
Yes. But what concentration spells could you do, Graham?
I don't have a great number of concentration spells. I guess Spirit Guardians is
Yes.
concentration.
Yeah.
If
So
we
the other
get
option is to go up and attack the creature hanging on the wall, which I can do from range, but then of course the mind flare, I assume, is going to come over and
I think we have to
going
remember
to
that these
start manipulating
octopoids.
us.
We have to remember that these octopoids slow us,
Yeah.
and that is the battlefield control.
We don't
You're
have
going to
haste
attack from the other
spells, do
side, Alessandra. I mean, where are you going?
I was
You're
coming
gonna
back
go
up
back.
to. I was coming back up because I can then do ranged.
I will take a step into the room.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know where this creature is?
no, you can only see a balcony and then empty space beyond it.
Well, my intention anyway was to move in, and on the inside of the door, I will put down the fish
Yes.
as I move in the door, and then I will.
It's going to go horribly wrong, this.
What?
I can imagine it going horribly wrong if the thing breaks out. Can't
Yeah.
get back.
Well, where else am I going to put it?
I don't know. I just.
That's a good place. We shut that door. Stop concentrating. That should give us time, Burple.
Yeah. Do you want to do the protection from evil now? Or do you want to wait?
Well, anyway,
Also,
concentration.
concentration spell. And then I will move up to where the pool is.
Yeah, so with Bugraft, yeah.
When I get to where the pool is, can I then see the creature?
No, there's no creature. You can just see the balcony. Are you looking at the pool?
Yes. Don't tell me. Oh, the vision.
When you look at the pool, Parker,
I thought so. Yeah.
It's a water weird.
you're not looking at a pool. You're looking effectively like you're looking through a window.
Yeah.
A window that's in the air. You're looking down on a jungle scene.
The lands that wait.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually almost hear the din of the jungle
Mm-hmm.
in your mind. You can hear cries, you can hear the chirping of birds, you can hear squawks, the whir of insects. Just looking at this vision, you feel a kind of claustrophobia. The plant life seems to be pressing in on you. It's like a wall of intense colour and foliage. And you're looking through a gap at a bowl-shaped valley, and in this valley you can see the ruins of a city.
Mm-hmm.
The buildings are, in most cases, little more than crumbling foundations overgrown with vines. Little copses of exotic trees have reclaimed the ruins. Elsewhere, there are some buildings still stand.
Is this even star in the future?
You have no reference point to work
Okay.
anything like that out. You can make out streets. They're faint lines where the undergrowth hasn't grown quite as thick. But what is dominating your vision is in the center of this city that you can see. There's a giant ring of black rock with runes graven upon its surface, and within this ring there is a ziggurat, a giant stone ziggurat with two openings in it, and atop the ziggurat there is an unbelievable sight that seems to be reaching towards you in your vision. A towering spire of stone shaped like a stylized tree or cactus, with arms projecting from the sides of the stone spire in a kind of weird defiance of gravity. It's a feat of strange divine engineering, some extraordinary arcane magics. The apex, though, of that spire, it seems to be missing. It seems to be chopped off. Whatever rested at the peak of that spire is gone, and then it's gone, the vision, and it's just a normal pool again. And that all took place in an instant. It just flashed through your mind. What else do you want to do with your round?
Interesting. Not quite sure how to process that at the moment. My intention was to carry on moving forward until such time as I can get a glimpse of this creature.
So you're just pushing up towards the balcony as far as you can go?
No, I don't want to go all the way up to the balcony because I want to stay out of its reach. In front of the fountain.
Alessandra?
I'll stay there.
Alessandra is going to
Speak very
slowly.
Well, I don't know whether to come up and go through the passageway with the pool or go back down again and be
Go back down.
For our reader, Alessandra is standing at the top of a passageway like a ramp that runs down into this main chamber. Our other option is to run back towards the others, towards this
She has a choice.
section of passageway with a pool in it that leads to a balcony that overlooks the same chamber. There's two ways into the same room, basically.
I think she's going to come and join the others in the passageway with the pool, with the vision.
Okay, so
That's
she
her move. Because
burns
she's got some...
her actions moving, yep.
Yep.
Session Zeeper on 15. You want to turn Parker into a goldfish?
do it.
Alright,
It's the real Parker, of course.
I'll continue to concentrate on the
The fish.
fish.
How much longer have we got, by the way?
Oh, ages.
It's a bit of a liability, that fish.
We're winging this a little, but it was 10 minutes for the ritual detect magic. Yep.
Yeah, I would think we're about halfway through.
If that. You've probably got 45 minutes left.
Okay.
I'm going to then ready tumbling dice on any bad guys that come into my line of sight.
Parker, Bugraft. Something emerges, something floats up into your field of vision. This tentacled horror holding the red-hot staff of iron is level with the balcony. It raises a hand towards you, and can you both give me intelligence saves, DC 15, as it bathes you in dark psychic energy. It just sort of through the balcony, down the passageway, into the room. Yeah, like a cone that's just kind of spreading out. Give me those saves. Let's have them.
Intelligence, God.
Yes. Rolling an 8.
A 12.
That is not enough. Do you want to use your Ort dice? You've got one. You
Have
said.
I got any sense of... Is it just psychic damage, do I think?
It could be the
don't
mind
have
blast
some sort of-
effect.
Domination.
This is not something that you've encountered before.
Is it one of these, I really, really want to make that save type thing?
I would say if you really, really want to make the save.
Okay. No, then I'm not going to use my own dice.
Okay, it is 75 points of psychic damage. No, not really. Parker, what did you get?
Well, I also failed. I'm just debating whether to.
To ort it or not.
Yeah.
The blessings of Ort.
Who are you debating with?
Towards you.
No, I'm just
So
thinking.
I think, Lucas, you're in a room.
Your terror is a pleasing garnish.
Come on. Split second decision.
Fuck it. All right, I'll try my Ort dice.
Yeah, okay, you're burning the Ort dice already. Lovely,
Yeah.
nice to see.
Oh no.
Oh
That's-
dear.
Hold on. Plus, wait a minute. It might just be enough.
Really?
That's an enormous intelligence.
It's an
No.
8 in total.
No.
No.
It's
Oh,
Same as
dear.
before.
12. No.
Oh dear. Let's
what a waste of
roll the damage. You both take the following. Psychic damage, obviously, yes.
When I rage, that's the only one that doesn't protect me from half damage.
26 points of psychic damage, and you are stunned. You don't know how long you're stunned for, but you are stunned. That means that you are incapacitated. You can't move. You can speak only falteringly. You're going to automatically fail strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against you have advantage.
And
then
that's when it sucks
this
its
thing
brains out.
snakes through the window and attacks Parker. Its first attack against Parker at advantage. It rolls a
This was just
13,
wrong.
and it
This was
rolls 20 on that
bye,
second roll. It
Parker.
decides to gamble. Damn it! Doesn't confirm the critical, so it's just a normal hit because it gambled. It gumbled. It does 2d6 plus 4 piercing damage with its razor-like tentacle points. 11 points of piercing damage, and then its second attack. You don't want it to hit with the second attack. It's rolled a 12. It hits armor class 60.
that's a
let me get this
miss.
right. Whoa. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, actually, Barky. Plus 6. So it rolls 12. So it hits armor class 18, not enough, but it's at advantage. It gets another go. Rolls another 20. Another
Jesus.
natural 20. Ooh, on the blue dice of power. It's going to gamble. It's come all this way. It really needs the money. Wants to put an extension on its tank. It's going to roll again at advantage, trying to confirm the critical. Rolling a 4. I don't believe this. And 16 armor class 22
Oh god.
is a successful critical. This is
Why do I do this? Why do I just rush into
very,
these things? I don't know.
very bad news for Parker.
Fucking stupid.
Awful news for Parker. I'm not going to dress it up.
It's because you listen to Dan.
First of all, let's do the critical hit. I'm going to deal myself a critical hit card because, hey, I'm allowed to have one. Please don't be a drawback. Just for
Alas,
once.
poor
Don't be a
Parker.
drawback.
I knew him
Just
well.
be a good one. Be a good one. A good, horrible one for Parker. Here we go. Oh, it's a setback.
It is a
No.
setback. Awesome.
Why do I only ever
No.
get setbacks?
That's brilliant. You and your nearest ally die.
Oh, I don't know that it is a setback, actually. It says deep wound. Make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, take an additional 1d4 piercing damage. That seems to be bad for you, surely. In fact, all of the ones on this card are bad for you.
Why does it say setback?
Well, I don't know. It must have been very, very fortuitously mislabeled. Can you make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw? Why not? Give it a shot. I'm ready.
Yeah.
Waiting.
Coming. 18, yeah, made.
Damn it. Okay, so you take the following damage. You take a further 8 points of piercing damage from that second attack. Yeah, but because it's hit you with 2 of these tentacle attacks, it delivers an additional set of rending damage. 15 points of piercing
matter.
damage.
Oh god. Relentless endurance kicks in.
Now, what else is going to happen in this? And other things happen. And let's move on to Uncle
Why
Buggy,
did I do
who
this?
is
I'm just so
incapacitated
stupid.
and stunned. It's your action.
Do I get another roll?
You may get another roll at the end of your turn. So effectively, I think you're just standing around.
Can't move, can't speak.
Doobie-doobie-doobie.
I just get a roll then, I guess. I could rage though, can I? I don't need to move, I don't need to speak.
Can he
It
take
just
actions of
says
any sort?
incapacitated. Can't take actions or reactions.
Right, so unfortunately not, because it's a bonus action, right, to do that?
Okay.
Do you want to make your saving throw? DC 15 intelligence save.
Oh, God.
Luckily, you didn't use your Ort dice.
Oh, it rolled off a 20.
It did bounce off the 20, but
I
it's
think
a
I should
14,
re-roll that. It's
a
cocked.
13.
I don't know. I better use my Ort dice, I guess.
You sure?
Well,
Called upon
otherwise,
the intercession of Ort, the
I'll just
Molder of Worlds,
get another psychic blast.
friend guide
don't I?
storyteller. What do you want to do?
Any guidance from the
The others
wise
all left.
council?
The others all left. They're all cowering in the broom
Yeah.
cupboard.
Hey guys, where are you?
You don't want to trust any of my judgment. It's not really made very good choices in the last 20
Well,
minutes.
I think
It's a
if you
difficult situation.
don't incapacitate yourself, you're going to lose your next round as well, yeah?
Yeah, just take more damage. Yeah, okay.
I don't
I'll
know,
use
I mean,
my-
I'd be inclined to try and
Yeah.
get
Use
out.
your Ort dice. Get
Use
that.
your Ort dice, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, here
It's
we
all
go.
on this. Ooh.
A 12,
Well, add a 1d6.
12, rolling
And
out
a
another
1d6.
d6, needing another 3.
17.
You save, and we go on to the round of Berpul Elpish.
I'm not sure what this thing does, and most of the things that I do are mind affecting, which I think is probably not the thing to do, but I'm going to test it.
I'm saying that this door is open, right?
Yeah, I am going to. It's not going to work, is it? But it's what I do, so what else am I going to do?
Mm-hmm.
God's sake. Okay, can it make an intelligence saving throw DC 14, please? I'll try. Enemies abound.
It rolls.
Unless it's immune to being frightened.
Which one are you doing it on?
It made that save.
Damn it, nothing happens.
That's it for Burple. No move, no anything, nothing
I
else.
think I will probably start moving around the passageway, heading towards the ramp that leads down to that room,
Okay, towards the museum.
towards the museum.
Parker on 4. You've got 1
Yeah.
hit point.
Yes,
You're
I'm going to run.
stunned.
Oh, yeah, so I can't actually do anything.
All you can do is make a saving throw. DC 15 intelligence save.
We're doomed.
Rolling
Intelligence or
intelligence.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a 20 in total.
Yeah, you've saved yourself. Well, you've improved things. Alessandra on
So
18.
I'm no longer stunned.
No longer stunned, you can act normally. Alessandra.
Parker is no longer incapacitated.
No, but I'm probably. I'm.
Door is bug-graft.
This thing's going to have a stab at me this round. So
Excellent. I'm going to move 5 foot into the opening of the doorway.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to shoot my crossbow at the octopoid,
The octopoid that's attacking Parker. Yeah.
Yeah.
Go for it.
hitting arm plus 25,
That's a hit, absolutely.
doing 10 points of normal damage.
Yes.
And because he's no longer incapacitated,
Oh, I like it.
a further 13 points of sneak attack damage.
Yes.
And then is going to move 5 foot back out of the way of the doorway.
Got it. And that's it. You're done.
Done.
Session Zeeper.
Now, I'm quite concerned about the octogrenade.
The octo-bomb.
The octo-bomb.
What could possibly go wrong?
Exactly. The octo-bomb now seems to be in a rather dangerous position.
Yes, it's with Parker, right?
No, it's on the ground. It's the green
Oh,
blob.
it's in the.
just
I'm sorry, it's on the ground next to the door.
That's fine, so long as nobody does anything to it for the next 40 minutes.
Yeah.
I think it's fair enough to say that your opponents don't know that goldfish is a.
Octopoid, yes.
An octo-bomb.
Oh, actually, you see it scribbling a message on the inside of its bottle.
It's me.
What?
It's Ralph.
Can they speak?
Yes.
Read goldfish lips.
Yeah, they can.
They can speak reed goldfish lips,
It can speak read goldfish lips. Of course it can.
which is that
I'll ask a stupid
strangest
question,
of all
because-
languages. What languages do you speak?
No, they have to
I only
A,
speak
speak
reed
goldfish.
goldfish lips.
And be able to read
Goldfish
read
lips.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast reed goldfish lips
answer that question, obviously, Lucas, is yes.
It's just not my night.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Incapacitated, reading goldfish lips.
I'm going to move towards the little doorway into the room with the
doorway
pool.
of doom. Yeah.
Doorway of doom.
Yeah.
Doorway of doom.
15, 20. Can I see from where I am now? Can I see this octopoid
Yes, you can see the octopoid looming over Parker.
looming over Parker? I'm going to cast tumbling dice on it. DC 14.
I don't think it's taken any damage though.
It doesn't really matter.
It has
Yes,
taken
it has.
damage. Wisdom save, DC 14. It makes that save.
That's rather
15.
annoying.
Yeah, sorry, yeah.
Well, of course it made the save.
Of course it did.
Why can't I roll like this when I'm running a character? Hey? Anybody know? Anyway, what happens now? Does it take like
Nothing,
mini
nothing.
damage? Nothing.
No.
Nyet.
Oh, that's very pleasing.
And then I'm going to bonus action
Mm-hmm.
summon the crushing coin.
Just next to it, or
Right
how
next to
far?
it, so I can whack it with the crushing coin.
Yeah,
11.
11 is a fail,
And then, in disgust, I'm going to shuffle back out of sight.
and we move on to things. Right, Parker, this thing is on you. It tries to
If it hits
tentacle
me, I'm
you.
dead.
It's no longer attacking at advantage,
No,
and you've got a monster armor class. Let's roll
Yeah.
that first d20.
but I don't have the right luck.
Rolling a 17, hitting armor class 23.
Bye-bye.
It does 5,
Doesn't matter.
10, 14 points of damage. Yeah, but if it does more than your hit points,
Yeah, go on, keep going.
the second attack, you're a minus 13.
Mm,
How many hit points do you have maximum?
62.
Okay, it's not going to do that, so we're going to be all right. And it misses you with that second attack. And you are down and making death saving throws. Now, I'm going to roll a d6. You don't want me to roll a 5 or 6. It's as simple as that. Here we go. Rolling the d6, rolling a 3. That is just all round great news for you. Floaty Tentacle Boy
Shit.
woobles up, level with the balcony, fixes Uncle Buggy with its octopoid mind-bending gaze. It levels its finger,
Yes.
and a beam of energy springs from its finger towards you.
Is it a sickly green beam by any chance?
It's a beam of black, enervating energy.
Nice.
Right.
It has to roll to strike you with this beam. It rolls
It's not a finger of
a
death.
13. It hits armor class. It's 20 with this beam of energy.
Yep.
Oh dear. You are affected by a ray of enfeeblement. You only deal
Lovely.
half damage with weapon attacks that use strength. At the end of your turn, you can make a constitution saving throw against this spell. It's going to be a DC 15 constitution save.
Half damage. The whole roll is half, or is it just my
Run
strength
away.
bonus is half?
You do half damage. You roll your
That's half
damage. You
damage.
add whatever modifier. You divide it by
Hold
2.
Right.
You hear slithering and movement from the other side of the balcony. You can hear the sound of more octopoids.
Oh.
More.
Yeah, well, Alessandra certainly saw one with her very good perception check, but you think now that you can hear the sounds of at least another. They sort of slap along along the wall, and you can hear them zeroing in on you from all sides. And we will go to Uncle Buggy on 12. What do you want to do?
I was thinking of doing a fog cloud, running up to Parker and dragging him out. Any objections?
Certainly not from me.
I can do Stinking Cloud.
Are we on the retreat?
Yes.
I think we might be.
I think there's more of those scuttly things. I think it's
Fine, let's do it then. Let's run
Okay.
away.
so. This is stinking cloud obscure stuff.
Yes, is my recollection.
Can I just sort of sidle around to Parker like that? Just 10-foot movement across
You
the
can-
mountain.
Yeah, you
I'm
can
a
sneak
hobbit.
around. I mean, there's this thing is rearing above him that
Yeah.
is threatening you. When you move away, it may be able to attack you.
Yeah. Okay. Then I'm grabbing Parker as my interact with an object,
Yeah,
and then I'm just moving towards the door.
you can only move at half speed, dragging Parker along the ground.
Okay.
I mean,
do you
you're
wanna-
3 foot tall, and Parker's a giant, great lump of
I know, but I am a barbarian.
googly-eyed weirdo.
I'm going to start raging as well.
Okay, okay. Yeah. And you drag Parker as far as you can towards the door. This thing is going to obviously lash out at you.
Okay, have a
Buckroft.
lash.
It lashes out. It rolls an 18, hits armor class 24.
Okay, but I'm raging, so I get
With
half
its
damage.
attacks, there's going to be half of this. It does a total of 9 points of piercing damage on you, slashing at your back as you drag Parker away from it.
I'm dragging him as far as the door, and then I just sort of accidentally knock over the bottle
You're careful of that bottle. Yeah.
with the goldfish in it.
Burple on 11.
Going that way is no good, so I'm going to head back again.
So you're changing direction again, yeah.
Heal on me, and then I can run away with you. 2 steps in there, heal on me, carry on going, and then we all run out past the
Well, there's
ring.
no carry on going. That's the end of my round,
Okay.
and that would be in Bugraft's
No.
square.
Well, the door's
Yeah,
open.
no,
You
that
can see
would be-
Bugraft dragging Parker towards you in the doorway. You can see that little bottle with a goldfish in it, and behind them, you can see this octopus horror clambering towards you, like. Bleh! And behind that, you can see the floaty, horrible mind flayer.
I'll do a stinking cloud
Where are you centering
Centered.
your stinking?
in between the horror that's nearest us and the mind flare.
Gotcha. Okay.
20-foot radius. You stinking cloud, man.
Sitting right over
Smelly biff.
the balcony and everything like that.
Yep.
Okay, the
Fun.
whole chamber with the pool in it, the balcony, everything is just enveloped in this sphere of
Stinking
nauseating gas,
Yeah,
and you
pulls
can't
that one off.
you can't see it. Yes, exactly. It's a little bit like the pool. Leave that for 10 minutes if you can. Yeah,
Excuse me.
cool terms water. Yeah.
Cool, turns water, yeah.
That's Burple. Are you going to do anything else? Have we got any more move left?
I've got a little bit of move. I've got one more square. Woo.
We go on to Parker. Parker, you need to make your first death saving throw.
Yeah. Here we go. Oh,
Parker,
1
you
fail.
inch. Parker. If it is the real Parker, you inch closer to death. And we will find out how much closer and whether or not you survive.
Oh, no.
I think next week.
All together now. We're doomed.
We're doomed.
Doomed, I tell you. Doomed.
You're fine.
Tell you what we need is to get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
I'm not so sure.
You always say this, Dan.
Yeah, I know, because I'm braver than you. Because you're chicken shit and you run away.
Ooh.
Excuse me.
Ooh.
Excuse me. All this I'm chicken shit.
I think we should turn the rig because I found a monster.
You are always at the back. You're worse than Bugraft.
What?
The Billowing Hilltop podcast is a Billowing Hilltop production. Dungeons & Dragons is a trademark of Wizards of the Coast. The Hall of Harsh Reflections and Age of Worms are copyright Paizo. The Hall of Harsh Reflections was written by Jason Bullman. Music is from Kevin MacLeod and Incompetech.com and is used with thanks under the Creative Commons license. Additional music and sound effects come from the wonderful Sirenscape. All other original material is copyright Billowing Hilltop. Role-playing games are all about getting people together, and we use Roll20 as our tabletop, the perfect place to host your game, and Discord to host our chat. Thanks for listening!